Alrighty guys, welcome back to SirenSongGaming. It was kind of funny after the last recording when we were talking about watching for auroras. I went to sleep to restart the next video and there was an aurora, so yeah. They're pretty common. Oh, they made it so these memories go to your journal now. We spotted that local trapper again, our ghost. This time he was lurking out beyond the boundary of the dam's property. He seems to know some hidden trails to pass over to Winding River without dealing with our fence line. In the next quarter's budget, please send some company reps to make contact with him. We badly need the local help. He might be a good contact. That's kind of cool. This one doesn't have anything on it. Okay. Now, see, these wires are fine because they're not sparking. I'm trying to find a sparking one to show you. Oh well, we're not going to keep exploring through the aurora, but you get the idea. Wires in the ground like this, they'd be sparking out the end of them. If you're not careful. Sometimes you'll just get a little bit of damage from them, other times they'll insta-kill you, so it's not really worth playing around in. At least in my opinion. Anywho, welcome back to our Noob Dark playlist. Got a little distracted there. That's not what I wanted to do. We are going to sleep through the night here and continue on through our exploration through the dam. We woke up fully rested, which is awesome. We'll pick this up, grab a drink quick. That aurora is over. And then it's time to go. We explored all this. Oh, we didn't. I thought we explored all this. Clearly not. I don't know if you can tell if you're watching these back to back how much better we're moving. I didn't do anything, but we slept. So it makes a big difference. Here we go. Some more pants. Bandage. I hope everybody's week's going well. I know we probably just said that last video, but I still hope everybody's week is going well. We'll light this here lantern so you guys can see what the heck is going on here. There is a soda can in here. I saw it when everything was lit up. I don't see anything else of fun in this room. So got sewing kit, not bad. Okay. Nothing opens there. Got some scrap metal, we'll take it. Why not? Sure we can turn it into some useful stuff. Maybe a few fishing lures or something. Could be handy. Great. There's quality tools. We are going to take those and drop our blue tools. Quality tools are better. This is what we want. So these worn work pants are good. They're nice and warm, they're nice and protective. Much better than the jeans we're wearing. So we will swap our jeans out for those. Before we leave. I want to repair them first. Sometimes there are some shoes or something underneath of here. It's always worth taking a peek. There's a revolver cartridge, even better. Sometimes there's a rifle cartridge on top of these boxes. Like I said, always worth looking at. Okay. Now we're in the belly of the beast. There's lots of scrap metal in here. It's a shame there's not a closer forge, because this thing is full of metal. A lot of these things can be broken down for metal. Alright, so we have a flare. Another cotton toque. That's 2 good hats. It's good for us. Take that granola bar. Any rifle cartridges on the ground? Not that I'm seeing. This is a very common spot for them to chuck a rifle cartridge or 2 just out, so it's worth the second look. Okay. Every shot counts, especially if you get charged by a bear. So, seems like we did pretty well. Nothing that I'm seeing. We can move on. We could always run around this again, but I prefer not to. Here's a whetstone. Nice. Up that. Okay. Oh, see? There's a book on the ground, hiding in the corner. It's really important just to peek around every one of these corners, even if you know what you're doing. Where stuff typically spawns, sometimes they do surprise you and hide stuff like that. If you don't read books, obviously not too exciting for you, but we'll read them in our downtime. On Stalker, especially after you down a bear or something, once you get level 5 cooking, there's no reason not to do like a book palooza somewhere. Just sit there, eat food, drink water, read books. And a hunting knife, I'll take it.
Oh, lucky day.
Yes, lucky day indeed. Can walk along these planks, but I think typically there's not a whole lot there, so I don't typically do it. But feel free to walk back there. I'm not going to because we're heavy. There's typically some good stuff down here. However, during an aurora, this is like one of the most dangerous spots in the dam. These high tension wires, they will kill you. Or high electricity wires. Those ones won't hurt you, they'll just kill you. You'll just die. It sucks. So, I do not recommend exploring this at night. Because they're literally like this. You guys saw the little bit of lighting up it did when just in the area we were at. Out this way, it lights up and there's just sparking wires everywhere. So, it's an electrical plant, so just be careful if you're going to do it, is all I say. There's the door we went out, so now we are back where we started from, which is great. We're not going to go back out that door again, but okay. Alrighty. So now we are back in the room with the burn barrel. So we're going to drop a bunch of stuff at this burn barrel and then explore around the outside of this, and then we're going to go back upstairs to the front, or to the front and go upstairs where I said we hadn't gone yet. So, to the rooms, there's a viewing window, I can't, right there, those viewing windows. But I want to see if the rifle's here. Would be nice to have a rifle right now. Not that we need it, they are heavy, but Vaughn's rifle, fun fact, is the lightest of the rifles. It does break the quickest and does the least amount of damage, but it will kill a wolf, it will kill a bear. It's pretty good for all those things. So we're gonna drop a lot of this canned food here. We're gonna come back. And this meat. We're just trying to offload as much weight as we can, so I don't feel like I'm crawling around this dam. We'll save the MREs if we can. Drop those. Can drop these books too. Forgot about that deer hide. Should drop those too. The only problem with doing it by weight is stuff runs away from you. These cotton toques are nice and warm, so we will drop everything else. Sorry for the silence, I was just concentrating. Can be a bit easily distracted, so good enough. I'll pick that jerry can back up though, so I don't want to run out of lantern fuel. Nothing up here. Now I can actually move. Moving and grooving now. Okay, what's up here now? We have nothing on those. More cloth, basically. Oh, this is the room with the safe. We have been in that one. So, this corner over here is another spawn location for Vaughn's rifle. I've seen it here. I've seen it along this console here. It's clearly not here for us, but this is another spawn for Vaughn's rifle. Not a big deal. It's probably in the cave. I feel like it always spawns in the cave for me. Which is like a little bit frustrating, but that's okay. Cave isn't far. Can walk along these planks here. Make sure they didn't stash it somewhere else. There's a hatchet. And some crackers. Crackers are good food because they're light. And they give you a lot of calories. The only thing that sucks about the crackers is it makes you really thirsty. So, we have a little bit further to look up here and hopefully find the rifle, but typically if you haven't found it by now, it's probably not here. It sometimes looks like a broom handle, so you gotta be a little bit careful. We could take that rope down, however we are over encumbered, and we'll just kind of fall down the stairs over here instead. So our rifle is probably in the cave. I don't think I've ever found anything up here, but we won't break those planks down just in case. We want to eventually break that down. Anything? Nope, nothing here. Kind of seems like not a great turnout for the dam for us. It's okay though. Let's drop some more of this stuff. Oh, we didn't have a hunting knife? That's interesting. Okay, now we do. Cool. Drop those. Thought I dropped those. Okay, good enough. We can drop these acorns too. About a pound of acorns in our pocket. Alright, so here's what I mean. We're gonna run back this way. We're running because I'm lazy right now. So, back here, we didn't go up these stairs. Or down them, so we'll go down them first. Some revolver cartridges there. I don't think there's anything back there, but maybe we can, like... No, I don't see anything back there. Okay. But now, we can go up the stairs, and there's some stuff up these stairs that we did not get last time. There's multiple floors you can explore in this dam. So, nothing there. Got a bottle of water. That's nice. It's potable. The one benefit to coming up here... Oh, I can open this cabinet even though it's partially open? That's cool. Alright. That's new. Is this cabinet here gives you usually some medical stuff, but I guess not. Usually you pull at least something out of there. These socks are nice. So the red socks are the ones that we want. They're warmer than the wool socks. So ideally we end up with 2 pairs of those, 2 pairs of red long johns, the wool long johns, the red ones. They're warmer than the blue ones. We don't have any yet, but my ideal scenario includes 2 red socks, 2 red long johns, pair of mucklucks, and then I usually go back and forth between a pair of snow pants because they're nice and warm and they're water resistant. And some other pants, depending on what I can find. The combat pants are usually pretty good. What other ones do I like? Any of the work pants are fine. They're nice and warm. Usually I try to go with a pair of work pants, like the patched ones like we found. And then a pair of, so these guys. They're nice and warm, and they're also pretty protective. Oh, I took my jacket off. Okay, we'll have to go get that from downstairs. Oh, we do have a pair. So a red pair of these thermal undies. Let's put some fuel in the lantern. Awesome. Stop that flickering. Flickering drives me nuts. Oh, we're getting hungry, apparently. Sure, why not? I don't think I've seen a trash can with a red lid like that. Too frequently. A fire starter over there? What is that? Ooh, there's a stem. That's worth it. That was worth the trip up here. Okay. There it is. It is a fire starter. It's a nice one, too. Fantastic. Fire starters are great because then you don't need to carry as many matches around, and I think they're a little bit lighter. Versus, like, you know, carrying 200 matches around in fire starter. Does anybody know how many fires you get off of a single fire starter that's 100%? Has anybody actually done that math? Or how many attempts you get? I'd be interested to know. I'd be very interested to know that number. Alright, so we got to go. We got more up to go. There's a jacket, which we can put on. And sometimes there's some stuff up here. Not always, but it's a nice little trip. Nice little detour. So, here we are, back here. We'll pull the water out of one of these toilets just because we're getting a little bit low on water. We weren't, but that's fine. I thought we were. By now I typically am, but it's alright. Cool. So guys, here's the plan for now. Let's see what we have here. We have some antiseptic. I want to see what we need to take with us and what we can leave here. So this can stay. 'Cause we're not going to be making a bow anytime soon. Sticks can come with us. Alright, let's see. What do we have here? Simple tools can obviously stay. I do want to take the equipment and put it all together. So let's do this. Let me in this locker over here actually. Let me toss in a couple of these guys, a couple of these. Actually, give me that. This book, which we don't need right now. They're a little heavy. Get rid of that. What else do we have? We don't need the tabs. Those can stay. Food we'll take with us. That can stay. All of these can stay. That's a lot. That can stay. That. And those. Maglins. Most of those can stay. We gotta pull the stuff from downstairs. We'll bring it up here. Trying to get it all in one spot. Oh god, it's so much crap. this up quick. What can we do while we're waiting? We can prepare this. 30 minutes, that should be good. Shouldn't burn anything in that time. Ugh, dumb. Dumb. That was a dumb mistake. So, for those of you that were paying attention, I started a fire and forgot to put more wood on it. So, that's what happened there. Alright, now that we're done with the extended quiet of my concentrating, sorry about that, friends. Let's get that on there. Get that on there. And that. Let's try this again. I should have put my lantern away. Crap. Why am I still carrying this? That was a waste. Okay, this is 66%, which means it's good to eat. It's got 16 minutes left on it. Which means I can harvest this. Take that. Let's process some of these birch bark down. So we have some birch bark tea, since we are going on a mighty adventure now. We'll make some coffee too. Coffee's good because it helps wake you up. Alright, perfect timing. Our fire went out. Carry all this stuff back. We'll get there eventually. I love the exit signs. Doesn't clearly say exit, but I guess that's a picture of a door. Alright, let's see. That's not the right door, that is. Follow the exit signs. Dodo brain, follow the exit signs. Okay, now we can drop these guts here. Nope. Nope, I want that. We can drop this deer pelt here. So we don't need it right now, but I can't say we won't want it in the future. Okay, nice. Those things can cure. I'm gonna leave these here. Leave those. This. We can leave. Oh god, more sewing kits. A ton of sewing kits. Nope, this side. Thank you. Let's see. That. Actually, give me that one. Sounds like a blizzard outside. This stuff can stay. Actually, I'll keep this one. Leave those here. This, that. Peaches, because we can use them for a recipe. Those. Broth. Cooking oil. We'll find all this stuff in Pleasant Valley probably, so we're gonna leave it. One of the MREs. We'll drink through some of the water weight. These. This. Right now we don't need to break this stuff down. I'd rather leave it and we can break it down later. I think these gloves are better. Probably because they're wool. Ski jacket I need to put on my body. Turn this off for now. Let's fix these up quick. Nice. Oh, we got our well-fed bonus. Nice. Eat that before it goes bad. Drink that. Let's repair those quick. We're gonna break this sewing kit before we leave probably. That's alright. There it goes. Repair those. Again. Cool. So all of our clothing is in pretty good condition now. We can get rid of this scarf though. Boop. Maybe we'll eat this before we go to sleep. So when you put ruined things in containers like this, that sewing kit will actually disappear, which is what we want. I don't want to carry it around. I think that's pretty good. We can eat this jerky and not worry about getting sick. We're not carrying any... Oh, we are. These socks can go. We're not carrying any clothing that we're not wearing. We have 2 stems. We'll take the cedar firewood with us, and we'll take these couple books with us. The rest of them can stay, but these ones we might read. They're decent ones to have. Let's take this birch bark back with us, though. Seems pretty fair. It's nighttime now. I was going to run outside, but we'll just stay in here. Double check it. We're not on any wires. Good, good. So let's drink some of this water. And let's sleep. Great. Alright, let's get out of here. I think this is good for us to move. Oh, I was gonna eat that condensed milk before we went to bed. Oh well. Eat some stuff now. Oh wait, what am I doing? We want to go to Pleasant Valley. I gotta go back into the dam. Duh. We can go through the ravine, but it's more annoying. So. I don't know if we hit that first aid kit. Sorry. Checking for our bedroll. Definitely done that before. Where I've been so gung-ho about going wherever we were going that I didn't stop. Check for our bedroll. Never done it on camera, I don't think, but I definitely have done it in my own playthroughs. So, let's keep that streak alive, shall we? The good streak, not the bad one. Sorry for walking into the walls, friends. I was taking a drink of my coffee. Stuff I do that I don't think of. Alright, let's put this away. Still a little chilly out, probably. It's morning. So, we're going to Pleasant Valley. So, remember how we talked about this door here going out to Pleasant Valley? That's what we're going to do. So, we come down this ravine. I like to double check. I don't have any smell bars on me, which is good. We have our well-fed bonus, which will allow us to carry more stuff. It's a good start. We're gonna go get the technical backpack hopefully soon. It's on our list of things to do. So, technical backpack allows you to hold more weight, and eventually we'll down a moose to get a moose side satchel, which will allow us to carry even more weight because I'm a hoarder. So, weight management is my arch nemesis. But before we go to Pleasant Valley, we're going to take a pit stop at the cave over here, and hopefully we have a... Pull this out just in case we need it. Hopefully we have a rifle waiting for us there. There's a wolf there. Yep, there he is. Now, there's two ways we could go about this. We could scare him off. We could also just play the peekaboo game with him. And as long as we keep walking away from him, he should charge. But I have a funny feeling we're going to keep running into the same wolf, so we're just going to pull a flare for now. We don't have that many torches, so I'd rather just pull the flare and deal with the annoying noises. Yep, there he is again. He reset pretty quick. So he's going to follow us now. That's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Some cattails there. But like, even if we didn't have this torch in our hand, if we just kept walking away from him and kept out of his charging range, didn't, aim to fire at him or anything, he would just keep following us like this. I've done this before. If I don't have a torch or something on me, if you can get a little bit of a head start and just keep wandering. Granted, if you're over encumbered, this doesn't work very well because you need to be walking at almost normal speed. You can just kind of outwalk them. And sometimes you'll get lucky and they'll find a rabbit, like we have here, and they'll aggro on the rabbit instead. Sometimes if you can get behind the rabbits, they'll run that way. And then sometimes you can get a free meal out of it, because then you can turn around and scare them off. So like, look, like if we run this rabbit towards him, see? Now what we can do is if we decide we want that rabbit, we just scare him off of it. Now we've got a free dinner. So now we've got this rabbit carcass, which is brand new, 100% unharvested, which we could bring in here and cook. And there's the rifle. So we got some peaches. These. We're gonna sit here and harvest up this rabbit real quick since it's still pretty early. And there's our rifle. This is Vaughn's rifle. It's a weathered 303 rifle covered in epoxy and duct tape. A patchwork exterior hides an improved firing action. A handy tool when working in the various industrial sites of power stations that dot Great Bear Island. It's fragile, and it's deadly, just like its owner. So, this was kind of what it was talking about. So, does a decent amount of damage, but it does break pretty quickly. So, you're just going to watch that. Let's give it a shot with 60. I don't think we're going to get it, but we'll try. The odds are kind of in our favor.
Come on, little fella.
Just enough. Throw that over there. So, what we're going to do is we are going to, for now, let's pull the meat off this rabbit. Make ourselves some breakfast. I don't like to waste, so it'll be done soon. Drink some of that. Is this a log? No, it's a piece of wood. Okay, a piece of rock. Eat that. It's free breakfast, I mean. How do you turn that up? And it was a learning opportunity. Okay. Place. Can we put this can here? No, can't. Okay. Eat these stupid acorns. They're in my way. I only really care about the hide on this rabbit. We could care about the guts, but oh, they only take 10 minutes, sure. Let's just cut them off of here. And I'm going to leave these in here. I don't want to carry them. Come back for these later. Here's where the note system comes in handy. So we can go to our notes. We can say deer hides, or deer hide and guts in dam lobby. And then we can say rabbit hide and gut in dam cave. So now I'll remember that we have this stuff hiding here. Stuff in lockers. So it's a nice little system to use. I use it. I know some people don't, but I think it's handy. And since we are in this nice little cave and it is early enough in the day, oop, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna sleep for like 3 hours. We have the calories to do it. We have the time to do it. We should do it. Awesome. Because I also wasn't sure what this weather was going to do. It looked a little sketchy for a second. So, the more tip-top we can go in this condition, the better. So, that wolf is likely still out here, and that's fine. But it's been 3 hours. He probably moved back to where he was before we started luring him. We will kind of walk down this walkway here just to be safe. There's some dead bodies nearby, but we're not going to stop for them right now. They're probably deer. Might be a person, but leaving those cattails for now. We don't really need them, and I don't think they start decaying until you pull them off. So, I believe this is the way to go up. There's a little walkway here. Yeah. So, usually this is the part I get a little confused at. So, you just want to follow that little river up here. And we're going to get to this area here. We're going to follow this down and around, and it'll take us out to Pleasant Valley. It's not typically anything back here, but we can stop and look quick. Nah, just some rocks. Now we're going out on another ice patch where there's probably wolves, so I usually try to be prepared. We have this now. Let's load it. Not that I want to use this on wolves, but might as well load it in case we run into a bear or a moose or something. I really try not to waste rifle shots on those. It is very much so a waste. On wolves, I mean. Unless you're really tired, typically you can end a wolf struggle pretty quickly if you have a good hatchet. So your best defense in a wolf thing, in my opinion, is a nicely sharpened hatchet. You'll end that wolf struggle pretty quickly. I'm lazy and I just do the push and click, the accessibility setting for that. To get out of here, or sorry, to get out of a wolf struggle, you can do the tappy tap one where you like beat the crap out of your mouse, but I have carpal tunnel on my wrists, so typically don't love doing that stuff. This should be the cave to leave. I just need to make sure we weren't missing anything. Alright, let's get out of Winding River. Okay, so we have cave here. Piece of wood, take that. I like free wood, means I don't have to waste the time and the calories to grab it, so if we have the time for it, usually grab them. If we have the wait for it, rather. Which we do. Turn this lantern on so we can see. So I do want to go. Got some coal in here. It's pretty nice. Coal's good because you can't start a fire with coal, but it lasts longer and it produces a hotter fire. You also need coal to use the forges. So if you wanted to forge, arrow tips or whatever else you want to make, you actually need those, you need coal for that. So there's a lot of places you can get coal, but it's a good cave to explore. And don't get frustrated if you get turned around in caves. It's pretty easy to get turned around. Worst case, you walk in circles again. There's only one cave that I know of that has a live wolf in it, and it is not this one. It's probably one of the ones to like Bleak Inlet or one of the places I don't like to go. But it's not this one, so you are relatively safe in these caves. Unless you're in the story mode, which is, there's a bear mission in a cave, but we're also not doing that, so. A lot of these little alcoves have like some wood and stuff in them. Sometimes you'll find like a hunting knife or some easy, like, some decent stuff, so. It's not a bad thing to walk in circles. Sometimes you'll find stuff that you wouldn't ordinarily find, so. Okay. Cool. Nothing really in here that's worth finding. Sometimes you'll find like a dead body with like a nice little fire, some like stuff on it. But we're gonna exit out of here now. Turn this off, we don't need it. Uh-oh. Okay, that scared me. Alright, now we're in Pleasant Valley. Got a dead guy here. This is one of those situations where we don't have crows, but we do have a dead body, so just keep your eyes peeled for that kind of stuff. It does happen. This tree here is a nice landmark to get back up. So when you're coming back to go back, if you look for that tree and this tree, you can go up there to where the entrance is for Mystery Lake. I've definitely spent hours sometimes trying to find that because I'm an idiot and kept missing it. So somebody pointed this out to me a while ago. So that down tree there and that tree there will take you up and out. So I actually believe it was somebody on one of the live streams that was like, hey, look for the downed tree. And I was like, what do you mean downed tree? And they were like, this one right here. As I walked past it, they were like, stop, that tree right there. And I was like, oh, that's a nice little landmark. So devs try their best. Is if you follow this little like pathway back, you'll run right into that tree. But a lot of times I would forget that it was there and then just keep walking and then be like, where the hell is my turn? And then would miss it. So, love this community. We all help each other out. I believe it was Brooklyn Bella, who's somebody that pops in all the time. So, thank you, Brooklyn. It's a nice little tip we can share. So, now we're just going to work our way out of here. There's that bridge there, which is what we want. Across the bridge, and then we should be at our first set of buildings very soon after. And this is Pleasant Valley. There's a cave there you can explore. I did not go over there and explore it, but I typically do see it on the way back. But right next to that waterfall is the cave. Looks like there's a moose around somewhere. So, when you guys see these trees here, and some of these tips I'm sure I've repeated in other episodes, trees like this, where the bark is scratched off, like this one, this means there's a moose somewhere nearby, or a moose can spawn somewhere nearby. So if you see multiple trees like that, I would keep your eyes out. I do wonder if some of the trees just occasionally do look like that all the time. But there's a one over there too, if you can see it in the middle of the screen. I'm going to put it all the way to the right, that tree, all the way to the right. It's got the bark stripped on it too. So there's probably a moose spawn nearby, which means we just got to keep our eyes out. There he is right there, actually. I think that's a moose. It's either a moose or a deer. That's a deer, never mind. But those are pretty common spawns for mooses, so just keep your eyes out. There's a bedroll. We'll stash that somewhere. Peanut butter. And some grape soda. That's funny. Somebody has a sense of humor, devs. And moose, you gotta be extra careful with, because if a moose tramples on you, you're gonna have a bad setup. Oh, there he is. So there's our moose right there. So moose, when they charge you, you end up with broken ribs. We could probably shoot that moose from here. Do we want to though? I think we're gonna wait. Our rifle skill's not very good. So, we're not really in a good situation for it. Because I'd want to take all that meat back. So that moose there, he will charge you, he will stomp on you, and he will break your ribs. When your ribs are broken, the amount of things you can do physically is significantly lowered. And you take a decent amount of condition damage. So, and then you're down for many days. Like, it's not like, oh, it's better the next day. Like, that's a condition that, like, you're down for a while. So, the more you can avoid messing around with moose, the better. The nice thing about moose is they do give you a ton of meat and a ton of guts. It's a pretty similar amount of meat from what you get from a bear. The big difference in the higher levels, so stalker and interloper, is that you can't just eat predator meat, so like bear or wolf meat, constantly like you can in the lower levels. Every time We're skirting up and around this moose, by the way. Every time you eat a piece of predator meat, so wolf meat, bear meat, you put yourself at the risk of intestinal parasites. So intestinal parasites in this game, you get sick for a while. I think it's almost a week, maybe longer in Interloper. I can't quite remember. It's been a while since I've had them. But you're basically laid up for a while. You take health damage, or you take slow condition damage. You're constantly tired. You need to take antibiotics once a day for however many days it lasts. It's a real pain. You're not able to read books, so you can't really pass the time efficiently. It's kind of a whole thing. It's really frustrating. So try to avoid doing that whenever possible. In Pleasant Valley, I will say, the ice is your friend. Most times if you follow the ice around, you'll find something. So until you can find the main path that has the, the actual walkway path to get from place to place, this is a good way to get from place to place as well. It's a nice big marker for you. You can find the bridges. Typically nearby the bridges there are some buildings. And this is typically, it's not all of them, but if we run to this bridge here, we'll probably find some buildings of some sort. And typically it's easier to get your bearings once you can find a set of buildings. And I'll pull up a map once we get somewhere safe. Because I see, you guys see I don't know if you can see the power lines there. I think they're power lines. They're starting to still clip in. But you've got some power lines there, which typically means we found the kind of the main run through Pleasant Valley. It's much easier to navigate once you find that. So we have, I think I know where we are. Here's a shed here. And then there's the main road there. See if you can see the power lines there. These power lines kind of show that that's the main road through Pleasant Valley. I'll show you where that is on the map, where we're at. Make sure I find a better reference point here, but we are going to stop here and grab these feathers. There's usually a body of some sort in here. Not always, but, typically. It's a good place for them to stash a couple things. Grab these rose hips up. So, I believe we're right on the other side of Thompson's Crossings. If I am correct, those houses over there are typically burnt down. Yeah, and there's a farm over there. So we're either nearby the farm or nearby Thompson's Crossings. Because there's a barn like this, I think, in both spots, if I'm remembering right. I don't spend a ton of time in Pleasant Valley. It's cold. It's not always the nicest place to spend time. But, I don't know. We're near the barn, though. So, we're near a structure either way. Heartbreak Bridge. Okay. This is the one by the farm, I think. Okay. But big named things like this make it easier to find your way on the map. So, it's a good thing. I believe that's the shed by the big house, so we'll probably tuck in there for today and call it a day. It's been about an hour, so it's a good time to stop. I'll loot through this car first, though. And that barn there is actually a good spot for a pistol, so we can hope that we can maybe find a revolver in there. I do know that those words are not the same, but I usually say pistol first, because that's what I think of when I think of a small arm. Not the revolver, but... Yep. So this is the small barn. The big cabin in Pleasant Valley is actually back that way. You can see the top of the silo there. That's where the house is. This is actually a really good spot for us to come up into. Lots of stuff here typically in this area. It's a good place to find food, clothing, that kind of stuff. And if you follow this power line back, there's the house back there, I think. Yeah, right there in the middle of the screen. But a lot of times I'm usually cold by the time I get in here from Mystery Lakes. This is a great stopping point. Loot through this quick. And all of these hay things here are beds, so if you don't have a bedroll, you can actually stop and sleep too. Here, if you're really, really tired. Hacksaw, nice. And they're a little bit sneaky here where they put the revolver. They usually hide it partially in the hay. So definitely take a second look around. Make sure like you don't see it. Sometimes it just doesn't spawn here, but sometimes they hide it really well. And I've had it before where I've gone through this and been like, oh darn, there's no revolver. And I've come back later and been like, oh, I just missed it. Because it was hiding in the hay. I do think there's not... Oh! Wait. I do think it's just not here. I think I came across the reclaimed wood. Yeah. But, you know, it's usually worth taking a peek around. And there's plenty of other spots they can spawn, so... But guys, this is where we're going to call it for now. We are in a good spot to stop. We'll sleep for an hour and save the game. And we'll see you in the next one. Later, Gators.